don't like it, you're against it, you'll be demonized. Blinded by the lies, can we even be ourselves? Following, we're not thinking what. People, we must rise, realize they are twisting our minds, fighting till we return the tide.
Hi everyone and welcome to 16 Focus. You're very welcome to episode number 76 of The Hope Show, a weekly live stream dedicated to collecting, 1/6 scale collecting in general, pop culture, movies, TV, music. And that particular band you heard was new music by King's Reign. They're a band here from Ireland. They're from the Northern Ireland, the north of Ireland. And one of our fellow collectors, Ryan, respect DeLorean. You would have seen him. He's one of the channel members whose name gets displayed at the end of all my content. And you'll see him in the chat as well. Had the pleasure of meeting him in Star Wars Celebration in London 2023. Absolute gentleman, big supporter of the channel, big collector, and a guy absolutely shreds on the guitar. So that's King's Reign. They're from Northern Ireland. They're available for weddings, funerals, children's birthday parties, communions, bar mitzvahs, you name it, they're there. So you want to check out their Instagram and their YouTube. Give them a follow on Instagram. Give them a subscribe on YouTube. I'm sure that they've got plenty more great music to come. So yeah, the guys can absolutely shred on those guitars. So yeah, folks, we're going to bring everyone in. We got Eddie Money Mendez. The prodigal son has returned. We have got 1/12th shooter, I believe. He's a big 1/12 guy now. He's after picking up that beautiful Morphig INART The Dark Knight Rises figure, which everyone is raving about, and I've seen a few reviews. It looks pretty damn good. We got a Rogue One photography. There we go. He's already flexing. Good stuff. It looks pretty damn good, I gotta say.
We'll talk.
Yeah, Jim Collector as well. And how are you doing, guys?
Good. Excellent.
Yeah, it's great to have everyone back. Yeah, it's good to have everyone back and changed up the panel as well, which is great. It's nice to have that bit of a mix. So, any news? What did you pick up? You picked up the Morphig 1/12 Dark Knight Rises, obviously. How do you find it?
I find it amazing, man. This thing is really, really well built. It moves really well. The cape is really nicely done. It drapes perfectly. I do wish they had an option of a wired cape to come with it. That would be nice. And the only other thing I'm a little less enthused about is the faceplates. They're just, I mean, if there's a difference, you gotta really zoom in to see what it is, because there's really not much of a difference. They don't give you like a yelling face or a screaming face or anything like that. But yeah, just the fact that this torso is made up of like 3 sections. You can see how it's like kind of turning there and like in like 3 places. It's just really well constructed. The joints are really well done and hidden, and he just
I can't see
really
the joints,
well.
man, to be honest. And
yeah,
for
it's
a
amazing.
1/12 figure, like I gotta say, I gotta take back something I said on Let's Get Nuts on the Ben Thomas Show's stream a few weeks ago. He put up it was like 4 little pictures. One of them was that Morphig 1/12 Bruce Wayne. Another one was, I think, the quarter scale QS19 by Hot Toys which I have, the DX19 by Hot Toys, which I have, and then some other one, an older one, I think it was the DX02 or something, I don't know. But I thought that looked the worst. The that one you have there, the Bale head sculpt, the unmasked one. However, I think it must have been just a bad photo, because I saw it today on Dean Knight's review, and it looks incredible. And the fact
incredible
that it's
1/12
scale, it's very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, and I know everybody in the 1/6 world wants them to do the 1/6 one, and I'm sure they will. It'll happen soon, and I got to imagine that was probably based on that same sculpt. So, you know, with some more details and scaled up, it's going to look great, man. It's the best sculpt I've seen of Bale, ever.
Yeah. That's pretty damn good.
It's really good, man. It's really good.
Because I do like the DX19 one. I know it's not perfect. I know they've been kind to him as well. It's not like, it's funny, they marketed that figure as the DX19 was like the Dark Knight Rises. However, when you got the box, it's branded Dark Knight Trilogy. Because if it was a Rises head sculpt, he would look, they were kind to him. Less wrinkles, considered like fresh, but still looks like Bale. But I'm waiting for we've been waiting for INART since they dropped that bloody Joker. They were saying they were going to do the counterpart to it, and where is it? So I hope they just do it, and I hope they do it right, so I can stop buying the figure. You know. So what can you do? Anyone else pick up anything good? Pardon?
Will you be picking this up?
No, I'm not. I that's the floodgate I don't want to open. I'm gonna just stick with the 1/6.
Nice, just up on the shelf, just by itself. You don't have to get anything else.
I know. You sound like a drug dealer. Eddie, did you pick up anything?
I haven't got anything in a while, man.
You've been a good boy.
Yeah, just paying stuff off. Yeah, I haven't got nothing. Not in a long time.
You're boxing clever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else? Jim, Phil.
I got another 12-inch figurine. Not as cool as that Batman, but I got the NECA Romulus Alien.
Nice.
It's pretty decent.
Cool.
I quite like it actually. It's gnarly. It's a really good design as well, especially like how they do the jaw, the way that the kind of the strands here disappear inside the sculpt, so they're not rubber.
So they're not going to break. Yeah,
longevity.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Man.
So hopefully Hot Toys have done something similar with their 1/6 scale, but it's really dope. I like it.
Happy days. What about yourself, Phil? Were you behaving yourself?
I don't really have much choice. I'm still waiting on Hot Toys to release the DX38.
What's
Jack
the
Sparrow.
X38? Oh,
It's the
sorry.
Jack
Yeah,
Sparrow.
yeah.
It's the sort of partial art design, isn't it? With the
Gotcha,
it's got an art
gotcha.
design lock or something, but yeah,
It's got a what?
slow. Has it got like an art design lock of hair or something?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I think that's
it does.
right.
I'm gonna just blast through some of these. I'm gonna blast through some of these comments really quickly, because they're building up there, and if I don't, it's just gonna. Yeah, it's gonna take me ages. So we got first off the mark here, we got a 12-inch Moose Stream here, channel member. Thank you very much. Hello, community of collectors. Live fast, buy hard. Deadpool Battle Damage pre-ordered overseas, so he's going to get that. They, I believe, start shipping on the 29th of March, according to Pop Collectibles. I'm not sure if that's the same for everyone in HK. I have been in contact with Lion Rock, and they haven't got me a price yet. I'm going to see what the price is, and if it's astronomical, I'll be like, right, I'm just going to wait and play it safe. And similarly, I did have a look. We'll be talking about the DeLorean later on, so I'll talk about that when we get to it. We got Bob, Tiny Art Guy, channel member, and he was a panel member 2 weeks ago. Thanks very much. We're going to have him back again if he wants to be back. Actually, Bob, if you want to jump in and you're at a loose end, Phil or someone will send you the link. Just let us know in the chat, and if you want to send him on Instagram, Phil, if he's free. I think he might be on holidays actually. Of course, we have Rogue One, Phil, Rogue One Collectibles, Rogue One Photography, Phil, who's a channel member, panel member, and wielder of the Blue Wrench. We got Dave, X-Men Supreme, channel member. Thanks very much. He's been on with us for a few weeks as well. Great guy, and I just say he's kind of like a staple in a lot of the different chats as well. We got Mark Attack. Nice to see you, Mark. Thanks very much for coming on and watching live. Of course, we got Jim Collector, channel member, panel member. We have got... Well, we got Mark Mitchell as well. Yeah, again, another channel member. Thanks very much. And I always hear, he's usually here every Monday night, and he messaged me a bit on Instagram as well. Really, really nice guy. We got High on Figures. How you doing? How you getting on? That's a new logo. I think I've seen the name before, but I like the logo as well. Kind of stands out as well. We got Ryan. So this is Respect DeLorean, aka Ryan. This is the guitarist who was playing there on that track, that King's Reign track. So yeah, really, really nice fella. Like I said, met him in a Star Wars Celebration. We were having a chat for a few moments, and yeah, I just saw him on his Instagram, just basically absolutely shredding on a guitar. So he linked me that, and yeah, I was very impressed. Very well produced as well, and it's just some great musicians. So hopefully it's the first track of many. Do you have an album coming out, Ryan? Let us know when what your timeline is if you do. We got Thalia Meyer all the way from am I saying Germany? I asked this. I used to do this every week. I think it's Germany. Who else do we got? We've got Caffeinated Comic Fan. Thanks very much for being here. This is the link in the chat there to King's Reign's YouTube channel. Who else do we have? We've got, I'm just going through them all, just picking up Ryan Smith. Thank you very much for being here. We got Vita, of course, as well. Jim's better half. We got Geo, the movie canon, who was instrumental in an absolute gem of a fact check yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I was watching him on the replay, and Eddie kind of said, in fairness, Eddie kind of set up Jose for a fall. Eddie said how much he loves the intro to Deadpool with that Backstreet Boys song. And then Jose came in and wrote a comment saying, yeah, it's the Backstreet Boys. But it was in fact NSYNC, so fact checker got fact check, boys. And speaking of a man who's going to absolutely love that, Ian, greetings from the Baltic North Sea. See you all next week. Yeah, Ian's making his return next week, so lock up your daughters, folks. This guy's back. We're missing him, and hopefully he'll be back and good and ready. So we got Mike L as well. He cannot join us tonight. I think he's got work, city work getting in the way. But thanks very much for chiming in. Stanley, I think yeah, that's the one. That is the one. Stanley, Stanley was looking out for Eddie and Jose. Every time Jose and Eddie aren't there, they always he's always wondering where you are. So he's a big Eddie and Jose fans. No problem at all, Ryan. No problem at all. So I think we're kind of getting to the end of this. Yeah, I believe that band, they're available for children's birthday parties, communions, confirmations, bar mitzvahs, all that kind of thing. You're gonna have to double check that and in fact check that with Ryan Respect DeLorean. Who else? Who else we're looking for? We got Mark Attack. I mentioned Mark Attack again. We got Feel the Burn as well. Channel member, thank you very much for being here. Saw Feel the Burn on the movie canon. Man, the chat is going off. I think I've mentioned everyone. I'll make sure I don't want to skip anyone. Are we towards the end? We get and Keith Lee. Thank you very much. All right, so I do believe we're caught up with the chat. So right, do you want to? What do you want to start off with? Jim, what do you want to start with? I'll show you the grid. Go on, we get straight into this.
Sounds good. Let's go straight into. Do you want to do Deadpool?
Yeah, why not?
Jump into that.
Get this here. Make sure I get this right. Okay, where is that slide? Okay, this is not the one, but do I have it? There's some things we're going to fly through, so. All right. Don't have a price for this yet, but yeah, so I suppose just maybe go through everything that this leg comes with, and then I'll just let the panel give their thoughts. So we knew this was coming. So yeah, we knew this was coming ever since that reel that Hot Toys shared with Ryan Reynolds when they kind of gifted in this DX looking version of this. Finally, we've got that unmasked Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, avocado face, whatever you want to call it, separate rolling eyeballs function, and really nice inclusion of the half mask, even though the half mask did not appear in this movie. We've got the full mask, obviously. It's weathered and battle damage. I think it looks quite grimy, but this will more than likely soften. Just maybe it won't be as grimy and dirty as it looks here, unfortunately. Yeah, hopefully it won't. But you got the two katanas and the baby knife, which I assume will not be stainless steel, or not stainless steel. What do they call it? Die cast, whatever.
Die cast,
yeah, Deadpool 2. Them ones were die cast, but then the special edition for Deadpool and Wolverine, the gold guns, they weren't die cast, and you know, it's a little nice touch when they are, and probably should be. And then you got a skeleton, which includes the Wolverine claws. You've got the spine, the Logan head sculpt, the legs with the really long elongated kneecaps there. That's definitely not anatomically correct, but it is a Marvel TV movie or whatever. And then you've got, I think, the arms as well. I can't tell from here. Is it? Let me zoom in. Yeah, so you got, like, I suppose, I'm looking above. You know the way you have the claws, and then you've got the kind of forearm parts, and then I presume they're just like the bones from the shoulder to, yeah, you get the full skeleton more or less. And a bunch of swap out hands, no swap out eyes, and an LED light up function powered by USB. Okay, which I do like. So that's what you get. We don't have a price. It's not up on Sideshow yet. Jim, sorry, take it away.
It looks, that unmasked head sculpt is amazing. I think they slayed it with that. Really like the half mask sculpt, even if it wasn't technically from this film. But don't you kind of think this is just Hot Toys just being
100%.
the cheekiest of bastards ever
100%.
with this release? Because you've got the clean one with the gold guns from later in the film. Now you've got this Deadpool from later in the film with accessories that should be with the clean one. They haven't got the eyes, for example. I think you just get one set of eyes, don't you?
Yeah, it's no
swap out
accident.
ones.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just like you forget sometimes, but this is like very, very on the nose, isn't it?
It's a great business move. They know exactly what they're doing, and they know the people that love the movie will probably get both. But if you're
you
like in that
considering it?
situation where you want one, oh no, I'm getting this. I am getting this.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why I sit on here every week and go, oh, this looks great, but I've no interest. This looks cool, but I've no interest. I really
For
like
things
this,
like
but I'm
this.
not getting it. It's for situations like this where I can, you know, this is why I can get the INART 4-pack Joker or the Jazzing Batmobile, because I'm not out there getting 3 or 4 figures a week, not even 3 or 4 figures a month. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am, but yeah, I might leave my thoughts in the end. But you're 100% right, Jim.
Yeah, I'm tempted on this one just purely for that head sculpt. I'm like, do I wait to see if the head sculpt floats up on eBay? Inflated price probably, but cheaper than the whole figure.
Eddie will sell you the head sculpt. Eddie will sell you the head sculpt.
Go on, Eddie.
He wants to get it, but he doesn't want
Will he
it.
pay for
I listen
shipping
to him.
though? Because it's a bit of a.
He will deliver it to you. He will go right over there. Yeah. He's like all those hardcore Star Wars fans who are now buying tickets for Celebration to go over and get Galen and come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not even close. Yeah, I do. I want this, but I guess it's dumb. I literally only want the Wolverine stuff for it. So like, I think it's a sick release. I know everybody wanted that avocado head, and I think the half mask is a really cool inclusion. That actually is cooler to me than the fully unmasked head. But I really only want the Wolverine accessories, and I didn't get the first release because I thought they might do this. So yeah, I'm tempted to, like, I guess it's dumb, but I'd get this and I would fully trade everything in this for everything that comes with the first release except for the Wolverine stuff. So, or I'll sell it, however it works. I guess I'll part out the unmasked head, the half masked head, and even I don't want the TVA backdrop at all either. So
Man, I actually really like that. But as Ian said here, he's right. It's not entirely accurate because it looks baselit, whereas the TVA doors, portals are lit all the way around. Hendra Fusion Reactors makes one that is all the way around.
maybe
I'll have
check
to
that
see what it looks like when it's actually in the collection, because if it's enough to go, hey, it looks cool, I'll leave it. But yeah. But so do you have the clean version, Eddie?
No,
You don't?
I skipped it because I thought they might do, because when they teased this, I was like, okay, they're gonna do another release. I didn't expect it to be battle damage. I don't really love battle damage stuff. So yeah, if I would get this and trade the battle damage and the head sculpt for the clean one with the gold guns. I wonder, is that a fair trade? I don't know, but I would do that, or I'd just sell it and keep the battle damage suit and just sell the unmasked head and the half masked head. But still cool release. Like, once I get it, I'll never not have him with the Wolverine claws. Even
Right.
when I have him posed next to Wolverine, he's still gonna have the claws. So, because I love that scene so much, that was
Yeah,
hilarious. So
yeah. I watched this. I watched it again on Friday night, and you know when you have a really good watch, when like
Yeah.
your mood matches the movie you select,
yeah,
and you're on board, and it was just the right humor. It was just, and right from the start, like it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. It's just so well done. It's one of the best
yeah,
parts of the movie, and there are a lot of good parts. Like when you break it down, like there's, you know, him doing that at the start, which is a great intro. You've got the Power of Love montage of him going back to all the multiverses, whatever, trying to find the Wolverine. You've got that epic fight scene between him and Wolverine in the open wasteland. Then you've got the car scene, and then you've got like the street scene. There's a lot of really, really good action in it, like, you know. Yeah. So you're in on this, but you kind of really only want the Wolverine stuff.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Moose says 481 to 495 shipped from China. Yeah, if Lion Rock get back to me and they're saying it's 480, I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna wait. I don't need it that
insane.
badly, like, you know. There's some other comment there I saw. There was another comment that was basically something like, is this a what was it? Is it a limited release or something like that? And I don't think it is. It didn't say it was limited to a certain amount of pieces, unlike that Purple Rain Spider-Man and the Fractal Iron Man that dropped on the same day. So no, I don't think this is a general release. It just hasn't gone up on Sideshow, which is a bit strange. There are
There's
300 available now.
Yeah. There's a small limited release now, isn't there? Similar to like the clean one was like that as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then
Because I got that quick.
Yeah, because I got that, like, you know, pretty much straight away. And then
Yeah,
but only a
same.
few months later, it was scheduled to release, I think that was scheduled to release sometime in 2025, and they were released in 2024. Do you know what I mean? So I wonder, will this be the same? There'll be 300. You'll see a few pop up for reviews in the next few weeks, and then maybe it might be scheduled for quarter 1 or 2 next year, and then arrive quarter 3 or 4 this year. I don't know, maybe. Anyone else on the panel want to weigh in on this one?
I'm the same as Eddie. It's the accessories that I really want, not so much the figure. But is this due for a release soon? Then is it?
300 in Hong Kong
Oh,
are
right,
early
I see,
release,
okay.
and then the rest will, I'd imagine, general release.
So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna, because at the moment, release-wise, it's just been pretty quiet, isn't it? And my PO list is quite small, thankfully. So I may wait and see this to be released, see what the price point is, and then potentially jump on it.
Do you know what's a great advantage of the early release? You get to see what it looks like straight away, more or less. So we should see the final product with those early releases. People are going to be doing reviews and stuff, so you can go, like, if you're not happy with the weathering, or you're not happy with the battle damage, you're not happy with the head sculpt,
I mean,
you get easier decision.
I can't fault the figure. If the two had released at the same time, potentially I probably would have picked this up instead. But because I've got the clean version now, and obviously it's just the accessories. I'd love to get like that there, the skull and the
Yeah.
It's a shame, but
What my plan would be is, this kind of in a way simplifies things for me, because downstairs, like in the movie icons display, I'm going to have, like, you know, hero, villain, or, you know, hero or villain, that the things that go together. So naturally I want the Deadpool and Wolverine Deadpool, and the Deadpool and Wolverine, you know, Wolverine. Makes it like they're household names now after the summer. Deadpool and Wolverine are their household names now. Maybe Deadpool wasn't quite before, but Wolverine has been for the last 20 years since the movies or whatever. But Deadpool is definitely a household name now. So you're talking, if you put like Batman and Joker, Terminator, RoboCop. If you put like Deadpool, Wolverine, whatever. But it makes sense. Say then I could pose like what you see here. You could have the TVA backdrop. You could have the clean version of him and what I like about this is you can have the baby knife in the holster, the katanas on the back, the two guns in his holsters in the clean version here, and swinging around that Hugh Jackman spine, and you're still incorporating a lot of the effects. You have them in front of that backdrop, but you're just using the clean version. And then for the battle damage version, pose him next to Wolverine in the battle damage configuration, and have the gold guns as well. So it's like kind of during that kind of street scene. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
But Jim's 100% right. They did this on purpose to
Oh,
get you
of
to
course
buy
they
it.
did, yeah.
No
Of course
question.
they did.
Pretty damn cool though. What about yourself, Trevor? Any interest in this?
Looks
or-
great. The head sculpt looks great, and much better than that third party that was out there for a little while, which I considered getting. I have the standard one. It's good enough to represent on the shelf. You know what I mean? Like I like battle damage for a character like this. It works, but there's too much scene specific stuff here that I don't really care that much about. You know what I mean? Like I
love
like
this.
the movie.
Yeah.
But I think I like the other two better than.
I love this. I know it didn't appear in the movie, but I mean, I'd be nearly thinking, take one of those cigarettes that comes with the INART 4-pack Joker and see if you can just have him like smoking it. You know what I mean? Because they'd like that
got,
scene, and
It's got stab holes or bullet holes as well. Is that in the suit? That's pretty cool.
I think so. Does it?
Yeah,
I know.
just
Noticed.
on the stomach area there, and I think on the thigh, one of the thighs as well.
Yeah, on the kind of right thigh.
That's pretty cool.
There's actually holes in the suit.
Right
I
there
think
on
on the left side of his face, there's some Wolverine claw marks.
Good eye, Phil.
See on the left side of
Can you
his
go
face
for
and the
me?
right side.
Oh yeah.
You can see a few. There's three what look like Wolverine claw marks. And seeing as he was fighting Wolverines, not in this scene. Do you know why I think I really like this scene as well, Eddie? Because I did not like Loki, and I don't like the concept of the TVA, and he just absolutely tears all those people apart. So it's just like it was kind of like, yeah, he doesn't like Loki either, yay! So the TV show, not the character. I do like the character of Loki.
When's
Bob.
the Wolverine meant to release? Oh, sorry, Bob.
Quarter 3 or 4, or sorry, 2 or 3 of this year. I think it's
Right.
April. I think the window starts April and ends 6 months from that, I believe. Bob, sorry, thanks very much for joining us. Any interest in this
Hi, chaps.
battling version, Deadpool?
Yeah, I'm tempted. I do like that half mask sculpt as well. Although I'm looking at my Deadpool 2 now. I've got Deadpool 2 that's looking a bit aged, and I'm wondering whether I just give a go at weathering that. I've got some golden guns from 16J with him, so he's a good representation. Yeah, I think it's just inspired me to do something with that, really.
Yeah.
Put my money somewhere else.
Yeah, just kind of save
But it's
what you
aged.
can.
I do love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, that I like those little inclusions where I think overall they did well with the unmasked head sculpt looks incredible. The weathering looks incredible. The inclusion of the TVA portal, I think that's a nice touch. They kind of give us what people expected, but then throwing this in as well is a nice bonus. But yeah, okay, yeah, that's definitely picking this up myself.
We've
So
got 3 holes
anyone
there
else
as
have
well,
anything else?
where he stabs him through the forearm there. Look.
yeah, that's good attention to detail there. So Bob, does anyone else have anything to say about that Deadpool before we move on?
Nope.
Okay, Bob, anything you want to particularly talk about there?
Yeah, let's talk about that Iron Man, because I kind of saw it and I thought that looks tempting, and then every single person I've seen look or talk about it since has kind of ridiculed it. So I'd be interested to know what you guys think,
Because it's an Iron Man.
because it's really put me off. I mean, Iron Man was my first ever figure. I've never bought another one. I got the Mark 85, the clean one, which I think Phil's got as well. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because it was new and shiny, I got excited. But everyone else is just kind of, I just feel like I'll be laughed out of the hobby if I buy it.
No,
Hey man,
not
if
at
you
all.
like it, go for it.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
your collection.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
it
kind of-
looks good.
Yeah.
Like,
Looks really cool.
but a lot of these Ironmans, these kind of novelty Ironmans, like the Midas or the Coca-Cola or the kind of the black and yellow one they did, or this one here, they visually look good because they're all based on underlying silhouettes or underlying armors which were cool anyway. Whether that's the Mark III, the Mark V, the Mark VII, or in this case the Mark IV. so then running it through like an artistic novelty filter, it looks, it's like a nice shiny thing. You got the
Yeah.
silhouette of the Mark IV. The Mark IV is cool. It's what an Iron Man was a guy in a tank but pre-nanotech, so it's got a really cool silhouette. And then whether you like the kind of diamond fractal thing is purely subjective. I personally think it looks great, but I just don't have any interest in the same way that I do collect troopers, but I'm not going to collect the porcelain trooper or the chocolate sprinkle trooper.
See, I wish I
or
had the
you know.
porcelain trooper now. Kind of.
Yeah, you want that one?
I shit all over that when it came out, but I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's grown on you over time.
It's a novelty now.
Man, do you know what it is? This is really making me appreciate the silhouette of the Mark IV, though.
Mm.
It's
a cool design, man. I mean, these have become like there's just like a whole art wing of Iron Mans now. You know what I mean? You could just have a whole shelf just of arty Iron Mans, and it's kind of cool. I mean, it's very specific. I can't see them selling a ton of these, but it's interesting.
This reminds me of like something like someone who doesn't necessarily collect 1/6 scale, who like has an office overlooking Central Park, and he's sold out working for the man, but he still has this on his desk just to remind him of when he was cool, you know. So it's like, you know,
or a life-size one that he's commissioned. And,
there's that too. Yeah. He hops in and flies
That'll be
home.
a statement.
Yeah, it does look cool. Like I think it looks incredible, but I just no, it's not how I collect. But so are you tempted, Bob? Are you gonna?
Well, I'm going to look at the original Mark IV now, perhaps. I want another Iron Man. I love my Iron Man. It's the most posed, used, enjoyed. I've got the the lights for it now. Can't think what the chap's name is. Yeah, fusion reactors for it. And it's my most cherished, and I always love it. I love the weight of it. So I just want another Iron Man, and I'm not sure where to go, but maybe this isn't it.
Which armor did you pick up?
So I've got the Mark 85, the clean version. That's the only one I've got, but I'd love to get another one. But tips welcome. What to look at?
Yeah.
So too many.
What's your favorite? So you have the Mark 85 clean, you said, yeah?
Yeah, and I think with hindsight, I think as many of us that own that, we would have gone for the battle damaged one.
I get the.
I don't know. Actually, I mean, I'm in it for the look of some of these things as much as I am the film. So,
what's your favorite? What's your favorite? Like, say, do you have a favorite armor or even like a favorite Iron Man suit?
Well, it is the 85, really, and that's the thing. That's why I got that. No, don't know. I just need to do a bit of homework.
What about a die-cast war machine, Bob? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had the Iron Patriot, which was quite cool. It's got to be a die-cast thing, isn't it? Maybe I'll have a look at that. But yeah, I don't know. I'll do some more homework.
Yeah, I'd recommend the Mark III, the Mark III 2.0, because it's pretty much the one that started it all. Might make sense for your collection because seeing as then you'd have the one that started it all and the one that ended. You know,
yeah.
I really like that Mark III, especially like you can see it there. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I've seen it on your collection tour.
Yeah, he's got that. He's holding out. That Gomera scene when he shoots the rocket, and it's wired up as well. So it's I was really impressed by that one. But does anyone want to weigh in on this? I presume no one on the panel has actually got it. Bob might be interested. Anyone else on the panel picking this up or any interest? Or you Iron Man'd out or what's the story?
Iron Man'd out.
Okay, so you're a great bunch. Everyone's like, meh. All right. If ever there's a sign to move on, okay, we need to inject some life into this. So we're going to talk about. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Does anyone want to?
I mean, League of Legends, it's cool. I mean, I love Arcane. I don't know much about League of Legends outside of Arcane. Cool looking figure, though. I gotta say, I love fantasy, but I mean, it's not something. If it was 1/12 and it was $50, I'd pick it up. But yeah, not for whatever this is gonna be. Really nice design, though. Looks really nice.
I have just absolutely no idea what this is. So Anyone else want to harp on this, or will we move on?
No, I'm kind of the same as Trevor there. I like Arcane. I'm excited for the release of those ones. Arcane was a fantastic show, but the actual, the game it's based on, I just have never really been into it or followed it. But this does look objectively pretty damn cool. But definitely not something that's on my radar.
Cool. All right. So, anyone else have any strong feelings they want to get off their chest on this one, or can we move on? All right. Okay. So, you know what? We're gonna throw you straight into face off there. So we'll make two teams, and we'll get going here. So straight into it. I'm gonna move myself over here, and so Jim, you're off the hook. We're just gonna do 2-on-2, right? So Eddie Money Mendez and Bob, you're gonna go against Trevor and Rogue One Photography. Is that okay with everyone? Excellent. Yeah, thanks. Let's move on.
Carrying us,
I'll
Bob.
get the music going. All right, let's get this music going. All right, so straight into it. Okay, so look, we're going to let Eddie Money Mendez go first there. So you can discuss openly what you think the answer is. Just say final answer, and then you know the drill. So the first question is, in what year? So this is a question for Eddie and for Bob. Just switch over to the private chat, folks, and people watching, don't type the answers, please, on the off chance that my guests forget to click over to the private chat. All right, Bob and Eddie, in what year did the movie Donnie Darko release?
I haven't seen it.
Oh my!
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen
I'm
it.
thinking it's the 2020, before 2010, 2008, 2004. What do you reckon, Eddie?
Who's in Donnie? That's Jake Gyllenhaal, no?
Yeah, the rabbit, the big rabbit.
Whatever you go with, Bob, I'm gonna be cool with, because I thought it was an
Okay.
older movie than that, but
How did you?
early 2000s.
Yeah, let's go 2004 then, shall we?
All right.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, final answer. Yeah.
You were close. It was in fact 2001. You weren't too far off the mark there.
Oh,
Okay. First question then to Jim. Oh no, Jim's not playing. No, Jim's
No.
off the hook. To Trevor and Phil. In what year did Scott Pilgrim
Ah, come on.
versus the World release? Did I get the questions mixed up? The order of the questions, Eddie?
Yep.
Damn it.
You hate this.
2000, Phil?
So
I
in what
recall
year?
the film title, but other than that, no
I
idea.
want to say it was right around the same time. Like, right. Maybe that was later.
Really good film as well.
Can we ask Jim? Is he like a phone a friend?
Phone a Jim.
Nope.
I'm gonna help the other guys, but
Is it
no, not on
later
this
than?
one.
I mean, Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko seems like forever ago. This was 24 years. I don't think Scott Pilgrim's that old. 2007? I don't know. 2007.
You going with 2007?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So they were 3 years off the mark, and so were ye. So it's actually 2010. So
And-
it's still all square here. So we're back over to Bob and Eddie. Bob and Eddie, who directed Thor Ragnarok?
Oh my God. The one time I know a director, huh? The
This
guy
is
that
your
I hate
question.
the most.
This is your question, Eddie. This is your
Taika
moment.
Waititi, man.
This is your time to shine. Good
It's
stuff.
Taika Waititi, locking it.
Yeah, well done, well done, well done.
Nice one,
Um,
Eddie. I have no idea.
Really?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It pays to hate something so much.
Oh, Eddie, I got a new clip for you.
Fuck you, asshole.
Just been waiting to use that for a while for you. I knew you'd appreciate it. That's for not liking Robocop. So, Trevor and Phil. So you're 1-0 down. This could be your time to equalize, though. Who directed the movie The Usual Suspects?
Oh, thank God.
Oh shit! I know this, but I don't. Come Come on, Phil.
That's not Fincher, is it?
Who?
Fincher.
David
It's not.
Fincher? No, I don't think so. God, I know this. Oh,
Are you in physical pain, Trevor?
very bad with names. It just pains me because, like, whatever. This is just what I do with celebrity names and shit. I just sit there on the couch and I go, no, he was in that thing with the woman. Who was...
Yeah, same here.
My wife knows it all. Oh, God, it's somebody. It's pretty big. We're gonna know it as soon as he says it. Yeah,
Gonna have to push you for an answer or guess.
I don't
Any
know.
Any other movies that you think he may have done, Trevor, that may spark something
No.
in my very small mind?
No. Kevin Spacey's in it. Not Kevin Spacey who directed it. Oh God. Who was it? Was it? Did he directed? Direct Guardians? No, I don't know. I don't know.
I thought
David
you,
Fincher.
You had me going there. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I didn't realize this, but it's Bryan Singer.
He did Bryan Singer.
Bryan
He did.
Singer.
Damn it.
Didn't he? He
Damn
did
it.
some of
I'm
the.
like, he had a superhero movie like.
When you said Guardians, I was like, oh, he's close.
Didn't he do
X-Men?
Didn't he do
X-Men.
some of the X-Men? And did he actually direct?
X-Men first class. God damn it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Who directed? Who directed No Way Home? I can't remember. That's actually not
not
a
him.
question. So yeah, but not
No,
him.
I don't know.
He directed. I didn't think he directed that, to be honest. I'm very impressed by that. Though. Okay, so it's still 1-0, and we're back over to Eddie and Bob. The final question. If you take this, you got the win. If you miss this, the guys have a chance to equalize. Who played Shaun in Shaun of the Dead?
Oh, I know. Bruce Campbell.
No.
Is that his name? Oh, the
No,
fucking.
no, that's Evil Dead. You're thinking Evil
I
Dead.
didn't lock it in. That's the. Isn't that
You
the?
didn't lock it in.
That's the UK
Guy-
version. That's the
Bullshit.
UK.
Yeah.
Final answer, that is. Come on.
What's his
To be
name?
fair, I didn't actually ask him what's his final answer.
He's
that's,
the
That's my
guy-
mess up.
He's the guy that plays what's his name's dad on The Boys, right?
Yeah,
That's really
that's
helpful.
The
What's
answer.
his
Yeah,
name?
that's the one.
The. You know what I'm talking about? The dad that like starts
Picture, I-
phasing through. I know the actor. I don't know his name though. Isn't he the
Yeah.
same guy from Mission Impossible? The tech
in,
guy.
Who you ask?
Eddie knows his entire filmography and what he has for breakfast.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know his
doesn't
name. I know the guy.
Wasn't he like his eggs with
That's the
Yeah.
guy.
He's an easy over type of guy, yeah? Over easy?
right, yeah.
Over
I'm
easy?
trying to name other movies so that way Bob could name this guy. You know.
Well, I know he's in Hot Fuzz because he's in those three.
Yeah, that guy.
But
What's that
that
dude's
doesn't
name?
help because we can picture him.
Gonna have to press you for an
Yeah.
answer, folks.
Yeah, I don't.
Come on, Bob.
If you have a guess, Bob, go ahead because I don't.
You have a guess?
Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
It is Simon Pegg. It is Simon
Hey,
Pegg.
once you
yeah,
said it, I was like,
Nice.
"That's it."
Okay.
Right out of your ass. Good lord.
So it's 2-0. just to gain a bit of respect back. Yeah, you're not gonna get this. But it's who played Dr. Carl Marcus in Star Trek
Oh,
Into
fuck.
Darkness?
Is that our question?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Trevor's a Star Trek.
I know that one.
Carl Marcus?
It's in Star Trek Into the Darkness, those Star Trek films that are not considered Star Trek films for the hardcore Trekkies.
Oh yeah, which one was Into Dark? Oh no, that wasn't even Khan. Wait, was that Khan? I don't remember. Which one was the one was
It
Khan?
wasn't Cumberbatch, was it?
Yeah, Cumberbatch was Khan, but I don't think he had an alias. He wasn't known as Khan to begin with in the movie. It's been so long since I saw that, but I don't know if he had an alias that he was another doctor. Maybe that's who he was going under to. Cumberbatch, man. I don't know. Let's say Cumberbatch. I don't know.
Well, is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's our final answer.
Dr. Carl Marcus is female and definitely worth a Google. Yeah, you probably know now, Phil, do you?
No.
Oh, is it the girl from Guardians?
No.
Gamora?
No. That was
No,
she's
no.
Uhura.
She's Zachary Quinto's love interest. Whatever. No, it's not. It's
Uhura.
not her. She was the she was the daughter of the character played by Peter Weller.
Oh.
Yeah, Peter Weller plays RoboCop. Eddie, you wouldn't like
yeah.
it. All right, folks. Well done. Congratulations to
Nice.
Eddie
Way to
and
go,
Bob.
Bob.
Absolute dream team combo right there. All right, so get rid of this music. Go back to the regular music.
I
It's
thought
just
we
too
had
intense.
no shot on that one, to be honest.
Well done. You see,
You guys smashed
just
it.
face off. Go everywhere. Well, first of all, I just want to acknowledge we have got. I believe we got a super chat. We do indeed. There, anyone listening on headphones now is now half deaf. We've got X-Men Supreme Dave. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I need to learn how to weather my second deluxe Wolverine so he'll match this. You never know. It's a type of thing. Hot Toys are going to do it for you and release that. You just never know. Never know. But I do like the way he come. Then again, he does come with clean and battle damage parts, to be fair. So maybe they actually won't do it. Thanks very much, Dave. Really appreciate the $5 super chat. And yeah, you could hold out. They may just give you that. So 12-inch Moose Stream is a member for 23 months, nearly 2 years, to get on the pulpit. Thanks for Moose to get on the pulpit. Thanks for the in characters Shane unboxed Disco McCoy, Exo 6 Symbiote Hano 2099, which should be suit for Batman animated.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Time for
Go on.
Moose to get on. Isn't it time
Oh
for
yeah,
Moose?
time for Moose to get on
there's
the
a timer at the
pulpit.
beginning.
That's a time, is it? I see. I see. Right.
Timer.
Anyway, so we're going to go on and go into... I'm going to go do basic housekeeping because I haven't done so already. All right, so thanks very much to the 4,652 subscribers and anyone who's ever taken time to watch the channel, like any of the videos, leave a comment, all the kind of stuff. It is greatly appreciated. As usual, I think it's a pinned comment. I'll put it in a minute. Usually I have it on at the start. It should be a pinned comment there. I don't know, maybe if you're watching, can you actually see is it pinned? It may or may not be pinned. In 1 second. I'll check
Yeah,
if it is.
it is.
Is it? Yeah, super grand. I don't have to do it. So great. If you want to become a channel member, greatly appreciated. No obligation. So speaking of channel members, we have got 2 tiers. We got troopers and we got commanders. The troopers, the ones in pink here, are gifted. They were generously gifted by Dave, X-Man Supreme, Low-Key Collector, Keith Lee, Feel the Burn, Malik McBain, Pete Photography and Collectibles. And then we've got Shiny, Lieutenant Weenus. Must be friends with Michael. Big Rib, the Ben Thomas Show, Caffeinated Comic Fan, Dogito, Stanley, Vita, Tiny Art Guy, Figurecraft, Blurred Dad Life, 1-6 Shooter, Figures and Fandom, Howard Potts, Ian H. and Silverfox, Jose the Fact Checker, G. Hernandez, Brian Wong, Eddie Money Mendez, Jim Collector, Lancelot's Nerd Corner, Mike L. and Ryan Smith. And of course then the commanders have their YouTube handle displayed at the end of the content, like so. New videos. So my thoughts on Galen Erso, you're going to hear them later on live. Thoughts on this, which this is a pretty long video. There's a few, I think I spoke about a few different figures in this, but this was the main bit. You pretty much got my thoughts on that. But if you want to go back and watch the more detailed version of it. My review on the Jazz Inc. 1989 Batmobile, I do absolutely love it, but I give my thoughts on everything from the unboxing process, the final product. I thankfully didn't have any of the issues that a lot of people had, for example, paint issues, or some people's canopies. I'm not sure it was just specific to the test batch, or did people after the test batch have the same issue? I haven't heard of anyone having the same issue, but with the canopy not sitting flush. My gun covers were okay. My electronics, lights, turbine, smoke effects, all that stuff worked. I'm really impressed with it. It is very expensive. I do acknowledge in the video that it's probably a bit overpriced for what it is, although that doesn't take away that I absolutely love it. The nostalgia and the member berries got me here. If you like something enough, you'll pay for it. So yeah, there we go.
I couldn't believe the amount of features that were on it. I was blown away. Just the remote
It's
control.
like-
You have like 9 buttons to do different.
Like,
Phenomenal.
there's no need for it to be able to do this, but I'm just clicking this now, and I can see the turbine spin. And then, 1 second, if I get this right. Yeah, there's smoke coming out the back of it now. Like, that's just so cool. Like, you don't, like you don't. I hope it's not on fire. Like, there's no. It doesn't have to do that. Like, but I like that it does. And people say, like, you know, when are you ever going to use that turbine? Every day I turn it on, I check that it works, and I admire it for a few seconds. And I'm just like, that's pretty damn cool. And I just go about my business. You know? But yeah, like, but at the end of the day, you know, I bought it for the fact it was true 1/6 scale, the fact that the paint job I really, really appreciated, and the details. Like, the interior doesn't get spoken about enough. All the little things like the smoke and stuff like that, do you need it? Absolutely not. It just looks cool. It's kind of like the DeLorean later on that we're going to speak about. A lot of those features, do you need them? No, but do they look cool? Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, reviews there. Okay, we're doing an Artisan Anakin Skywalker giveaway. I had one on waitlist, it converted. So if you want to be in with a chance, what do you have to do? Drop a super chat on any live stream from the moment we started this. We launched this on February 3rd until we eventually give this away. I don't know when I'm going to be giving it away. I know that it's going to be an episode of the Hope Show. You'll be given plenty of notice. It has to be released first. It has to not be bald first, and then it has to be delivered to me in Ireland from Sideshow, which you can add on another probably month or two at least after it gets actually released in, you know, Hong Kong, whatever like that. But I will give you plenty of notice. So a super chat on any live stream, that gets you automatic entry. A super thanks, which is basically a super chat on a video, gets you in. I'm noting all these, YouTube tracks all this, or be a channel member on the night of the giveaway. Maybe if you even just become a channel member just for that purpose, fine, no problem. You'll get an entry. It'll be a big duck race, and someone's going to win it, and they're going to be the owners of a brand new, I won't even unbox it for the review or anything like that. It'll be a brand new Artisan Anakin Skywalker. So you know what to do if you want to be in with a chance of winning. All right, we're back here again.
When I win it, Shane, you're more than welcome to open and do a review and then send it on.
I actually, Grant, I appreciate that, and I'll completely fix the duck race now. Why is it all filled? Yeah, I know. I can't. I know you're joking about winning, but like, if you do win now, I'm going to hold you to that. I will absolutely box that. And then we'll fall out, and it'll be a big like over and back on Instagram. This guy, this fake collector said that he wouldn't unbox it first. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah. What do you want to talk about, Phil?
Let's go with, I was going to say the Spidey then, but how many's on there? I can't think of his name. The Punk, you know.
There's 3. Is there?
Miles.
Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
three.
I left off one. I think I left off one. Did I? I did.
No, there's 3 on there. Because you got the weird.
Oh,
kind
I
of
see it now.
techno one.
Yeah, I get you. So you want to talk about Spider-Punk then?
Spider-Punk, yeah.
Spider-Punk.
That's- exactly, yeah. I actually heard it in my head like that as well. All right.
Imagine it's
Grant.
Johnny Rotten under there.
Yeah. All right, Phil. Give us your thoughts on this.
I'm not really into the animated stuff, but I really like that head sculpt there with the spikes. The guitar, I think, is phenomenal. The sort of the waist jacket, leather waist jacket, everything about it is just pretty cool. Really cool.
Like it's
Yeah, that sculpt is mad.
these movies had no business being as good as they were.
No, I watched.
Does
this
anyone on the
yesterday with
panel
some
not like
really
these
good-
movies? Like,
Oh, great.
does anyone on the panel not like them?
First one was okay.
Not
I
even
really
watched
like
them.
the second one.
I was waiting for Eddie.
You preferred the second one.
Yeah,
So you
the
prefer the
first
second
one was alright. I didn't get the hype for it, but the second one I liked a lot. So
I like them both, but I think I prefer the second one. And
Yeah.
I think we're in the minority there, but the
No, I'd
like-
say that as well.
yeah, it's like they're both incredible. I think they're both incredible, but I actually do prefer the second one. I thought it was a really good sequel, but I give massive credit to the first one because it predated No Way Home, and I think it influenced No Way Home, whether we like to admit it or not. And like No Way Home is my favorite like live action Spider-Man movie, so I kind of give credit to, Into Spider-Verse for kind of laying that paveway for like different versions of Spider-Man and different. I know it comes from comics as well, I believe. Would that be correct? Or yeah. So but Phil, you're not picking this up, I presume, Phil.
I'm not picking any of the animated or the game sort of Spideys, even though say they're pretty cool. And if you're just into the Spider-Man line, you're laughing right now, aren't you? Because there's so many options, and they are pretty good. Even the sort of out there ones, they're pretty good. I think a display.
I think
with
this
all
guy
the
was one of
Spideys
the highlights of the the movie
I
as
love
well.
this design. This design is
Yeah.
fantastic. And I mean, the
But
detail that you
yeah.
can get here is great. I mean, I have some of the Into the Spider-Verse stuff in 1/12. I do have Miles in 1/6, but it's not enough to. There's just too much, man. There's too much, and it looks great, but yeah, it's something I'd rather have in 1/12. I'd like to have something this detailed and nice looking in 1/12, but
this would be really good in 1/12. Yeah, I agree.
I can't blame anybody for not for getting these things, and I do know people who are getting just about everything that comes out for these two movies. They're great movies, fantastic movies.
I haven't picked up anything from Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse. These are ones that I have to admire from afar, and what I recognize that the source material is, top tier, and the characters top tier, and the character design and everything. It's just not something I'm going to delve into. I don't think I could just get him on his own. I think I'd have to get a Miles, but Miles is one of those ones that it's really tempting because I really like the source material, and I like the character, and I like that particular version, and I like the way that figure has loads of layers. I'm an absolute sucker for that. When the casual look he has.
Yeah, that would
And,
be
like,
the way I'd go. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I really wanna. I feel though if I buy him and display him with the casual look, I really want one of those new wave ghetto blasters, Bluetooth speakers, the 1/6 scale ones, and like
Yeah.
it would just look so cool posed up with him. It would just work really well, and it was like, so and then also because he's not Spider-Man if he's in the casual look, you'd nearly need to get two. So
Yeah.
it's like it turns into one plus a bloody 1/6 scale ghetto blaster, and then posed next to him in the Spider-Man suit, and then could you really get the two of them? That's just a minefield like waiting to happen, like, you know what I mean? So yeah. Christian says, I was an alcoholic. This was my last inebriated purchase, PO. I got it in hand and I'm too ashamed to open it now. I'm trying to sell it. 615 days sober now though. Wicked car, but a bad memory. At the start of this, I wasn't sure if you were serious or not, Christian, but if you are serious, that is absolutely incredible. And that 615 days, man, that is a serious achievement, and that is amazing. So you're going to get rid of the figure, or is it something you're still interested in, or is it because it reminds you of bad
Batmobile, I
time?
think.
It's the Batmobile. Yeah.
Yeah, the Batmobile.
What I'm not.
It was the
I'm missing the Batmobile part.
Wicked car, but a bad memory. He's talking about the
Oh,
Batmobile. when we were talking about
sorry.
that earlier.
Sorry. I thought he was talking about Spider-Punk. Sorry.
I get where you're coming from. I would say celebrate your achievement.
Yeah, 100%,
Let
man.
yourself enjoy it. You know what I mean?
That's
But
cool.
that's
That's
up to you if you feel better not having it because of that.
Yeah.
then that's totally.
And you've probably paid for it by not spending on
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
whatever.
And like, you're probably your health is better. You're like that is amazing. I'm looking for like, I feel that I need like some sort of a like, I don't know if I have like some sort of a clip that's just like, I need to get like some sort of a celebratory clip or something like that. Yeah, that's amazing, Christian.
Absolutely.
Keep fighting that good fight. Absolutely.
Let yourself enjoy it, man. If you want it,
Yeah.
if you don't, shouldn't feel ashamed now.
Yeah, exactly.
did a great job.
That's amazing. Hats off, man. Hats off.
Keep going.
What am I looking for? This is a good question. Dirk Diggler stunt double every single time I see this username. I think I need to watch Boogie Nights again because I watched it once. It's a great movie, and then I never do. Can you enter more than once? Are you still talking about Boogie Nights, or are you talking about the giveaway? Oh, if you know, you know. Yeah, you can't. No, you can't enter more than once. I made the decision that like once you drop super chat, you're just in. Or if you're a member or a super thanks, you're in. YouTube tracks all this stuff. I can just put them all together. Or if you're a channel member on the night of the giveaway, you're in. Because I wanted like to avoid people kind of like, you know, dropping 10 super chats, which would be great for me. But then you go, okay, you've 10 entries. I wanted like one duck per person, and as fair as we can. So great question. No, thanks for that. Sorry, were you saying something there?
I was going to say, what's his avatar? Is it from the movie as well?
I don't know.
No, that's from a show. I forgot what show though. Yeah. And it's edited. So.
Okay.
And I think he's carrying on the joke here. So yeah. So we got a super chat.
I want to say that's Uncle Fresh Prince, but I don't think it is. I don't remember.
First of all, I thought it was, and I thought it's a bit revealing, isn't it? Is that Fresh?
Yeah.
He always has questionable avatars, though. I think he photoshops some AIs and whatever. But Dirk, thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, your entry has been recorded. I can't take any of this seriously. Yeah, you're in, man. You're in. Thanks very much. All right. So, is anyone actually getting this figure?
Nah, it doesn't fit my collection, really. Awesome, but like you say, let's admire it from afar.
Yeah. No one else?
Nope.
All right.
Really cool figure, but maybe if it hits bargain bin.
Yeah, I can't see this one hitting bargain bin. It's just too really cool.
I can't see it either, but you never know.
Yeah, I like it. I do like it, and I like the source material. I just, I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. Okay, so we'll move on. Who wants to pick next, or anyone at all?
Galen Erso?
Why not? Why not? Okay. So, have you booked your tickets to Japan? Are you going to Japan anyway?
Yeah. Oh.
You are. You're.
I'm going.
Trevor,
I got a panel on Sunday. Yeah.
Tell us about that, because I wasn't sure, was that a panel like on a YouTube channel that coincided with Japan Star Wars Celebration? But you're going to Japan Star Wars Celebration. That's really cool, and you're going to be on a panel. Tell us about the panel.
Yeah, we've been trying for 3 or 4 years to get into a celebration for toy photography, and Ray, the guy who does Star Wars toy. God, sorry. Let me check. Hang on a second. I always forget his username, but he's been working on trying to get this through. Star Wars Toy Stories. He does great stop motion animation videos. Mm-hmm. And finally, you know, after being in Chicago and California and Miami and London, now they said yes in Japan. So it's myself, Plastic Action, Jax, who's done. You may have seen like commercials he's done for Lay's potato chips and State Farm and stuff like that. Nose Rain, Richie.
Did he do the latest State Farm one?
No, the DC one. No, that was wild. That was cool. No, he's done a lot of stuff commercially. Nose Rain, Richie is a fantastic photographer as well. So yeah, we're going to be on a panel Sunday afternoon at 11:45. Luckily, there's no like big Star Wars panels with stars going on or anything like that. So if you're in Japan, come see us.
That's very cool, man. That's very cool.
Awesome.
Will it be streamed on YouTube, Trevor? Or no? You don't.
That's what people keep asking me, and I don't know the answer. I think we're trying to find that out. We're at the very least, one of us will record it and we'll put it up on. I'm sure I'll put it up on my YouTube channel and stuff. So yeah,
that's awesome, man. That's really cool.
That's really cool, man. Let us know like where we can actually watch that. I know that They do stream a lot of stuff, definitely on the main stage. But it'd be great if they did like other streams as well, included other stuff as well. So.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pick up this guy?
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe the limit's 2, so I'm guessing you're buying 2.
We'll get 2. Yep. Bring some extra
you
luggage.
scout the second one, man. Good man.
No, I do know people who want this. I mean, listen, I don't think the sculpt's great either. But it's Galen Erso, it's Rogue One. You know, I'll take what I can get, man. So that's
You don't think it's a good sculpt?
it's okay. I mean, I've heard a lot of people with a lot of problems with it.
Give me
I
a
don't
score out
think
of
it's as
10.
bad as
What do you
people say.
think? What you think? Give us a score out of 10.
I haven't put it side by side, but I still say it's like a
That
7.
angle there is the one.
7? Holy shit! 7 and 8, 7.5, 7.5, 8, maybe.
Because
That's
it's
good.
interesting you say that. I think that new Deadpool avocado sculpt is close enough to a 10. But I feel that with blue non-human, like no one has blue skin, but with it gives a bit of like the detail, a bit of they've a bit like a Yondu and stuff like that. They get there's a bit of leeway there.
yeah.
Kind of, I think it's easier to get the likeness right because it's a non-human, right? Even though it's a human underneath painted, I get that. But with the avocado head on Deadpool, maybe it's a bit easier to get the likeness, but I still think it's a bloody strong head sculpt. I think it's like a 9 or 10. This one here, I remember, so I think it's a strong sculpt, but I would say maybe about an 8.
Yeah.
But you're saying it's maybe more towards a 7, yeah?
7.5. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in hand it's different. I don't know. There's some angles here that doesn't look great. Again,
It doesn't
could
look
be
great
eye
there.
position. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to tell. And I haven't
I can
really.
see it there.
Yeah, it looks good. I think that looks really good right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's
getting
pretty
it
cool.
anyway.
So there's 1,500, and are they all going to be there?
I don't know what the deal is. I know that, having been at other celebrations, I feel like I'm going to have to get up really early. I hope there's enough information out there to know when it's happening, when it's dropping, and I hope that I'm not waiting the entire day in line for this. So let's see.
Yeah, I think, if memory serves me correct, not in Star Wars Celebration 2023, but the one in Anaheim, the last time it was stateside, there was, I just said stateside, as if I'm from the States, in the way that you fuckers say overseas
Across the
for
pond.
anywhere out of America. Overseas, I'm not overseas, you're overseas. The last time was there was these, like, those troopers who, like, they really went nowhere. It was kind of like you had to get some sort of a ticket if you were there, and you could get one, and then I think it got sent out to you or something like that. But like then they had them up on Sideshow 2 weeks
It was
later.
the Chrome Trooper, no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be the same with this though. But I do think what's going to happen is they're going to give you a non-limited one available in your Sideshow or your normal distributors. That's maybe like the farmer look, or
Maybe.
there's a third outfit he wears. I believe it's all kind of green with a little kind of a
on the on
That-
what you call it. Forget the planet name. But yes, yeah, it's possible.
Is this more? Are we one step closer to a Daniel Craig Bond? Being
That's
that
what I
this
was
guy
thinking.
this guy played Le Chiffre.
That's
And-
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed, man. Yeah. Do you think? Where do you stand on the whole 1,500 exclusive thing? Are you like it's an outrage, or are you like, nah, people pay to Japan,
I mean,
pay to play?
yeah, I mean, well, because I'm going, I'm okay with it. But I'm still not guaranteed one. I mean, the other thing is in Japan, you could have a lot of people. It's not Hong Kong. It's not the same thing where you've got families waiting in line of 16 to pick these up and then scalp them on eBay or sell them to whatever third party reseller. But you have to get a ticket to go in, which isn't cheap. So I don't think there's going to be that kind of thing. I don't know if the interest is there. I'm not really sure. I don't know what if a lot of people are really going to be clamoring for this so much. I could be completely wrong, and I'll walk right up to the desk and pick it up and go on my merry way. I have no idea.
Because
This is a tricky one to scalp, I think. Like I know people who want it, but I don't know a lot of people who want it. Or
Like
want to pay the
Star
price.
Wars fans who are okay, there's Star Wars fans out there who are 1/6 scale Star Wars fans who will get any 1/6 scale Star Wars figure.
True.
Whether it's original trilogy, prequel, sequel, Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, the Christmas special, it doesn't matter. The Ewoks cartoon, they will get it.
Yep.
So they're in. They'll want it. But bar those hardcore ones, I didn't hear anybody previous to this announcement go, oh, you know what I'd love? A Galen Erso. Yeah. I didn't hear anyone. And I he's a great character. He's a great actor. He is now in Star Wars lore, he's intricate. He's the engineer. He designed the Death Star. I get his importance. I get
lore there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I didn't hear anyone saying, oh, this is great. Like, you know, like as in before the announcement. I don't think I even heard one person saying they really want it.
Like Baze Malbus would be fantastic.
Yeah,
give me
you
Baze.
hear him
You know what I mean? Like that would be insane.
Constantly, yeah. You hear like, you know, Slave Leia the whole time. Everyone wants that. They want the Hot Toys Jabba or Tauntaun. Yeah, I get all that, but I never really heard them talk about this.
But this may be a good reason to do this. You know, this is the kind of thing that. This is why I say when they do those limited editions of 3,000 or you know whatever they're usually 3, right? Have they been 5? I don't remember.
Yeah, they've been 3.
Usually
they've been
3.
4.
Okay.
This is
I think
1,500. Yeah.
I think that's a decent amount. You know what I mean? I don't know how much more outside of like super popular characters like Iron Man or something that they're selling than that anyway. So 1,500 might be all that they could sell of this anyway. And if you make it a limited edition, and you can only get 2, they'll probably sell out real quick, you know, and they'll be happy with that because they probably wouldn't be able to sell this. It would sit around if they made 3,000.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough. I've heard a lot of people saying that this is absolutely ridiculous and it's an outrage. I don't want to start a war, but it's mostly American collectors. People pay to go to Japan. There's an outlay there. You're paying. Let's say if you're coming from overseas, basically now when I say overseas, I mean anywhere that's not Japan. So because you're flying into Japan, the flights depending on where you're living, they're going to be expensive. Then you got your Japan itself is an expensive place. Then you got your food, you got your accommodation, you got the tickets for Star Wars Celebration, and then you get there, and while the number on something doesn't make me want it more, for me, if there's something I want, whether that is a Batman or an Iron Man or whatever, it's the design of it and how I feel about that character or that vehicle from that particular movie or franchise and how well it's engineered and put together and how well it looks on the shelf. That's what attracts me to it. I don't care if every single person in my town has the exact same Batman or Iron Man because I'm not in their houses. So it's nice. It is a nice touch. It's like a cherry on top, but it's not the be all and end all. Yeah. But I think it's nice for the people who are there going, you have a chance to get something which is exclusive to this event and it is limited. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not from Japan, this is a $3,000 to $6,000 figure. You know what I mean? Considering what you're paying to get to Japan. Yeah, exactly. I think, who was saying it? I think it was the Wolfpack. I don't know. It might have been D'Lo. Like I say, if someone, they were given a scenario, like if someone wasn't going to Japan, I hope I'm getting this right, wasn't going to Japan and decided, no, now I'm going to Japan. Some hardcore collector. Now, the boys were kind of acknowledging that the scenario is a bit ridiculous. Like, that to get on a plane and like weren't going to Japan, but now after this, get tickets for Star Wars Celebration, get the time off work and go over and get the stuff and then come back and then they just announce another Galen Erso, which is not limited. Exactly. Whoever does that's an idiot. Like that is just ridiculous. That is like the most outrageous thing I've ever heard. Like, but like I think that's going to happen because this isn't our first rodeo. Like,
surely that's the likelihood because they're not.
Surely that is the most likely scenario.
Yeah, they're not going to just use that head sculpt. It's completely new because I don't think they've used him in anything else, have they? So it's a brand new head sculpt. There's no way they're going to limit that to 1,500 pieces as a character. They're going to release another version, aren't they? Surely. Yeah.
I'm putting a poll in the chat. Will this be the only Galen Erso Hot Toys announce, or should I say announce release same time?
And do we know
And
whether
it's-
he's in Andor season 2 or not?
That is a
Apparently it
great
is.
point.
We don't know that. Haven't shown him. I think they would have shown him if he was.
I think
That'd be
so.
a cool surprise.
And, like,
Kren-
yeah.
Krennic's there, isn't he? So Krennic's there. It's
Mm.
obviously
Yep.
the story leading up. The Death Star is already being built.
Yep.
Surely there's going to be him when he.
Did you see the latest trailer?
Quick
Yeah,
cameo would be
fantastic.
cool. Yeah, the trailer looks great.
Yeah. And I like that trailer didn't have that bloody song. No disrespect to the artist of the song, I just don't think it matched. I think the first trailer was good, but it didn't match the.
Yeah, that was a weird song choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't bother me. I thought it brought people in. It was kind of fit the, not the show, but the trailer was fine.
Yeah.
He looks
there's a
pretty.
poll in the
He
chat.
looks pretty ragged in that. In the opening sequence, though. I don't know if they're
Who,
gonna.
Andor?
No, Urso. In that opening sequence with the Death Troopers and
Oh yeah.
in Rogue One, like I don't know, man.
Yeah, it looks rough around the
Then
edge.
hide
I'm
it.
not sure. I'm not sure I'd want that on my shelf. He looks pretty rough.
But you know, it's a simple life.
Sweaty.
Farmers work hard, man. You're gonna be
Oh, yeah, no.
tired. Like
No
that's it,
disrespect.
that's it. Yeah. That's what it is. You got the kind of the wet look going on. There is a poll in the chat, folks. It's very simple. Do you think this is the only Galen Erso we will see? Will we get another one that's non-limited? I personally think we will. I think we're going to see this head sculpt again in some shape or form. I do think we're going to see another Galen Erso, a different version, possibly that's non-limited. Anyone have a take on this?
Not
I'm
much
glad
of a
I
take,
brought you
but
all here.
the outfits on this one for me is a bit on the less interesting side.
Oh yeah.
It's cool in one effect because it's a different type of Imperial outfit, right, that we haven't quite seen before. But at the same time, it's quite bland. And I saw Ian in there comparing it to a Star Trek outfit.
Yeah, he's
which,
not wrong.
Yeah,
But he comes with a graphics card, so he's clearly a gamer. Like that's pretty cool.
yeah.
You know, so it's,
there we go. I mean, for me, the most exciting thing about this is that is the head sculpt and what it might mean for James Bond. To be fair, I think the head sculpt's pretty good as well. There
This
are
is-
some
I think-
angles where it's, but
Mhm.
like that one there, that's not
Yeah.
that's not a good. It's not a good shot.
I think the outfit is just like somebody said this about. I don't know what I was talking about the other day, but it just. That's why, Andor, I don't think has gotten a lot of love. It's just not toyetic. They're not exciting looking figures. You know what I mean? You want Grand Moff Tarkin because he's an evil bastard on your shelf, despite the fact that he's in a boring uniform.
Trevor.
Yeah. But
I know how much you love Andor, and you know how much I
Yeah.
love Andor, and I rewatched it recently, and I thought maybe I was romanticizing it in my head. I wasn't.
no, I know.
It is top tier. I enjoyed it better on the rewatch than I did the first time round.
Yeah,
Now,
I need to rewatch that.
If what you just said there about toyetic, right?
Mhm.
You know how I feel about people in like dusters and trench coats.
Mm-hmm.
The final episode of Andor season
Yeah.
1, he's got this long kind of a
Yeah.
trench, and he's got that Blade Runner style gun, which I believe
Yeah,
comes from a.
I think it looks great. I want it. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Plus, Luton in that has this kind of
Oh.
like speeder bike thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And the
I'm putting it out
robes,
there.
he's kind of got, a semi quasi Jedi-esque look going on every once
Which
in
one
a
is that?
while, what's his name? You just said his
Luton.
name.
Luton.
Luton, yeah.
I think we're going to get an Andor branded Andor. I'll be a bit like, this is weird.
Yeah,
like,
I think so. Too.
I just want to be on the record. I actually don't want an Andor branded Rogue One. Now, if that's the only one we're getting, Star Wars fans will be happy. I actually want an Andor branded Andor.
Yeah.
Prison
I mean, I thought
uniform or
the
not?
look in Rogue One was cool too. He had he's kind of got a Han Solo look. He's got the jacket with the things on. It's okay. It's as exciting as Han Solo was, or Luke Skywalker, farm boy Luke Skywalker. I mean, that wasn't very exciting either.
I get that. It's just because of how much I like the show I and that look as well. I really,
Yeah.
I know. I thought the emotional punches were there with obviously Luton's "What Have I Sacrificed" speech. Is it Marva? Did I make up that name?
Yes, Marva. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
At the end, that speech was fantastic. The Andy Serkis's monologue, one way out, one way out. But then some of the things that Diego Luna says, with such conviction. It's just he plays that part of that character of I've seen some shit. I know what I'm talking about. Like, just the way his hatred for the Empire, and he, without saying I hate the Empire, the things he say that comes across really well. I just thought it was fantastic. But
I mean, I'd be happy with a Cassian, a Luthen, and Mon Mothma, but ideally, I would love Deidre Miro, and I'd really like a Bix.
I know that Marco 16.
She's going to play a bigger part this season. So
Marco 166 is a big fan of Bix as well. So so fingers crossed. Did we just put you to sleep there, Eddie, with all the Andor talk?
I mean, it's nice how excited you guys are for it.
Yeah. So, like, is there any chance you'd actually sit down and get little matchsticks and put them over your eyes so you'd stay awake and watch it? So are you just like, are you so down that I'm never watching Andor cul-de-sac that you don't want to be afraid that you might like it and have to go, you know what, guys, you're right about Andor, no? Is that? It's
not like I'm personally not going back and watching it. I told Marco I'd go back and watch it, but there's so much stuff out right now, and I'm behind on other stuff anyway.
I just love if you watched it and got to the stage where I think maybe did you ever watch the first episode?
Yeah, I watched 3 or 4, something like that.
See, the thing is, when just that scene alone where the two boys are being absolute assholes to him, and he's just backed into the corner and he shoots those guys in the face, I was like, oh, sign me up, because this is not the Disney Star Wars we're used to be. You know, the first ever episode.
Yeah, I didn't do
I just thought that was so well done, and it just.
I still think it's boring. The cool thing was
That's mad.
The cool. I saw that ship fighting scene with
Luthen.
Yeah,
and the big dish.
That was cool.
That's incredible.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah, it's a lot to get through just to get to that 1 minute fighting scene. So
yeah, you know, I'm a sucker for good dialogue because it stands out so much more, because a lot of say your Book of Boba Fett's and Ahsoka and the Acolyte, didn't have good dialogue.
It's great story, it's great dialogue, and it's like a bunch of different genres in Star Wars. You gotta almost take your mind off it. It is Star Wars, and to me, it looks like Star Wars from
it's Star Trek Star Wars.
No, it's not Star Wars.
It's
OT Star Wars. Okay,
there's no badass character to.
Luthen is 100% a badass. 100%.
He's a badass. Deidre Miro is a horrible, evil person. You know, when it gets down to it, man. Yeah, it's what I love is you kind of feel for her at first, and then you're like, oh, this woman's awful. And it's
they have the creepiest relationship, them two.
Yeah. It's.
I like seeing the inner workings of the Imperium as well, the Imperial officers. I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think the Imperial is not since the OT has the Empire been as evil as it is in this show. I think it really shows off the Empire being, a terrible.
I feel
power,
like
but
the Empire is shown off really well in Clone Wars and in Rebels, but that has the cool factor of clones and stuff and war, and this is just
espionage and spies.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch this kind of show if it wasn't Star Wars. So I think that's more
no espionage. Never saw The Great Escape or anything like that.
It's a great word.
Nope.
We have got a super chat, and it's from Christian. It's Canadian? Yeah, it must be Canadian. I appreciate all the supportive comments, and this community can be great. Also, I couldn't get a hold of Anakin, so I want to enter. To be honest, I kind of want you to win that, man. So 615 days, and we want to see you next week as well, when you'll be 622 days and 629, and keep going. Keep checking in.
Keep it Canada.
Keep it Canada. Yeah, cool. So we're going to move on to this because Eddie's just getting a bit out of hand, Next week we're doing a RoboCop special. No, we're not. All right, can we just touch base on this? Can someone educate me, because I'm ignorant, and I have less than no interest in this, but then again, I'm not a gamer, so what am I missing here? Why is this important?
Just
Those
another
colours
suit.
pop.
It's not.
Another suit.
It's just like the Iron Man that we spoke about a minute ago.
Yeah, just another suit from the game. I don't even know if these are like having not fully played the game, if these are super popular or they're just picking them because they look, toyetic and cool.
I feel like
This
there's
does look
another
cool. But,
branch of collectors who just specialize in collecting Spider-Man as well, or even the Spider-Man VGM, because
Oh,
that
yeah,
line
for
itself
sure.
is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
There's
there
a
is,
lot of
'cause you
fans
see
of this
that behind them.
game.
They obviously have to, it's new tailoring, isn't it? So they have to go through that. I mean, the body, I'm assuming, is the same, but the tailoring, every time they release one of these, is new. So
Just looks a bit cheap to me, this one.
yeah, not
Yeah.
massively, but
I used to say things like, I'm not a gamer, so I'm not going to collect anything from the VGM line, but I've yet to see a Spider-Man from the VGM line that I didn't like the look of. But that was back in the days of, like, say, the advanced Spider-Man advanced suit, the first version, or the classic Spider-Man suit, that was from the Spider-Man, or the Antioxidant, whatever. And then there's a few of these, like that white Spider-Man, I just really didn't like the design of that. This one here does nothing for me. I still like the advanced suit 2.0. I think you either like that white spider logo on the chest or you don't. And I actually quite like that.
Yeah.
The symbiote was cool. The one with it had the symbiote
really
coming over
cool.
the blood red, real
really cool.
vibrant. That was really cool. But yeah, this one, it just doesn't do anything for me. So if you're watching and you love this, no disrespect, of course, but yeah, just not floating my boat. And I don't think anyone on the panel is getting it, but it's limited to 1,500 and they'll probably be going up, I don't know, maybe this Friday. Sideshow will do a drop. All right. Now this one is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is anyone on the panel getting this?
Nah, again,
No.
like the problem with this is, well, I'm not doing any of the animated stuff, but you only got a glimpse of him at the end of the movie. We're still waiting. What is it? It's been over 2 years, right, since that released. We're still waiting for the conclusion to that movie, basically. So I don't even know much about this character.
Yeah, because the first one is like Into the Spider-Verse. The second one is Across, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is the third one called Beyond the Spider-Verse or something? Or
Yeah, they do have
I
a
think it
title
is
for it.
Beyond,
Actually, I've
yeah.
forgotten.
it's an apt title considering the delays. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Fits with the Tom Holland films as well, doesn't it? Was it No Way Home, Far From Home? Kind of follows a similar theme throughout.
This one got
this
lighter
thing-
parts.
I think
I'm trying
so.
to- Yeah. It would need them, wouldn't it?
sorry, Bob, I didn't catch that. You broke up.
I'm
a bit.
just wondering if this one's got, you can USB this one.
That would be cool.
What is it? The gauntlets light up and the mask. The
Well, I
mask
don't
light
know.
up?
It just looks like it needs to me. Like it looks good when all the pink bits are really bright.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
If they don't, man, I hate when Hot Toys does that. When they'll show they'll enhance the
Like that.
picture without.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to have some sort of light in there.
If the
At least in the
gauntlets
helmet
light up
and
and
the
the
gauntlet.
mask. Yeah.
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 Does this
That
thing just plug
wristband
into the
as well.
base?
Maybe.
I gotta say I really liked the way this movie panned out. I think it's safe. I can probably just spoil it, but I'm the movie's been out for like 2 years, but like I'm not gonna spoil it. But if you watched it, how this pans out, I thought that was a very, very cool development. I'm not intrigued by this suit either. I really like the Spider-Punk. I really like the Miles they released. I'm harping on about the casual look. Both Miles, the one from the first movie, one from the second movie, I like the design choices, yada yada. This one just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, 2099 looked great. Ultimately, yeah. Again, I just don't. I mean, the character design is great, and I'm sure it's going to be a cool character. But we just didn't get to spend much time with him, so that does look cool. I do like those gauntlets. Those gauntlets are.
See,
wild.
I'm here trying to not spoil the end of it. It's just like, hey guys, it's just in case you haven't seen
It's
the
2
movie.
years old.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah. You know, like Darth Vader was actually Luke's father.
What?
So, yeah, telling you, man. Titanic, both ships at the end. Tyler Durden. No, I'm not going to
That's
spoil
good
that.
gun.
I'm not going to spoil that just in case there's some absolute person in the chat who hasn't had the gift of watching Fight
It
Club
is
yet.
wild that we're getting all these specific body types, right, for this movie in Hot Toys now. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I mean, just thinking back to, well, it's been many years, but there, you know, you'd modify a body type, but it wasn't really that different from a lot of the others. You know, you change an upper body or something.
Yeah, they're all kind of drastically different, aren't they? Because 29.9 is a beast.
Yeah.
What I've heard is Spider-Punk is kind of nearly the same height as 2029, but really skinny. This is looks. Or is it this? This technically should be the same body as the other Miles. No,
it should be. Yeah, I'm assuming they're probably using a Miles body for this. Yeah.
It looks smaller though. It does look smaller. Yeah.
It looks a bit like the Arcane figures in proportions. I think it would look really cool alongside them.
Yeah, those two. Like,
Let's fucking go.
Sorry to interrupt you there. We just have a practitioner of common sense here.
there you go.
I keep hearing a growing sentiment that no lightsaber go whoosh whoosh equals not good Star Wars, and that's just not true. Andor's a masterpiece. Yeah, the Acolyte had loads of lightsabers and witches. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying, I'm tempted by these Arcane figures. I did watch the show, and this looks like it would fit pretty well alongside them. I know it's totally unrelated, but just in terms of design and proportions.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. Yeah.
I've only watched 2 episodes of Arcane. I told Jim that I'm going to watch 3 and then I'll give up if I wasn't hooked by 3. But I don't want to start sounding. I don't want to start sounding like Eddie, so I'm going to have to push through. If I can watch all of the Acolyte, I can watch all of Arcane and just give it a fair shot.
I don't even know what to tell you. Like, there's a certain episode, like, cause like I was hooked, man. Like, I watched that show.
I heard that was 3.
The third episode.
Maybe it is 3, but I don't know. I pushed through. Like, I kept like it was one of those shows where I was
Wait,
falling asleep.
is
I'm
this
like,
the
just one
separation?
One more episode.
Is it the separation?
Yeah.
I think I have watched 3 then.
Okay. I don't know if that was 3, but yeah, that's a good.
I think I'm going to
Good
keep
point.
watching.
That's good.
Keep watching. All right. Any other thoughts on this?
I like the street artist design of it. Like I like the how the backpack has the straps to look like he's got an actual backpack on. His mask has the actual spray paint can mask that they wear when they spray paint. He has the cans, obviously the same design as with Miles, where he has the sprayed on logo. I like all that aspect of it. I think it'd be a cool figure to take pictures with and to pose up, and if you do like graffiti art or stuff, take pictures with it and have them pose.
Sorry, I'm just after noticing that. Yeah, the kind of breeding apparatus for so that people aren't breathing in the spray paint. I did not notice that. Yeah, that's fair point.
He was really cool. I'm excited for the third one just because it'll have more to do with him, because he was cool at the end of the movie. So
Definitely.
he is I do really like the design. I like the colors. I've always been a fan of like purple and green and stuff like that mixed together. So I like it, but with Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse stuff, I'm sticking to like 1/12 scale because I can fit more in a display together and it's not as expensive and I don't have to pay as much for all the different figures. So because I think all of them are cool designs and I don't want to spend that much money.
Yeah, the ones that with more. I mean, Miles moves really well in 1/6, but you just get more of that spider animated movement out of the 1/12 figures too.
Yeah, this one probably has good movement. It doesn't
Yeah,
have anything.
because he doesn't have a
hindering
lot
it.
of clothing on. Yeah, I mean, not heavy clothing.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. We're kind of like, what do we got? What do we have to talk about?
Guys are skipping the
just,
best one.
The DeLorean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're saving it. We're saving it till last, man. We're going to do Stilgar Stills.
Stilgars, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly. So, all right. So, do I have? All right. So this one, the panel worked together with the chat there to figure out what movies these next 3 stills are from. So,
Oh, that's
2001.
Moon.
2001.
Yeah.
2001.
So this, I've kind of done like a warm up round here, because I thought
Or is this
one would
2000?
be-
No, it's 2001, not 2000.
Yeah.
It's 2000.
Yeah, this is 2001, Space Odyssey. Good stuff.
Oh, is this Volcano?
No, that's a tiny volcano.
Indiana
man.
Jones?
Not that. The fire.
He's lighting it.
They're like, oh no, it's going to erupt there. Just throw some dirt in it.
It's fire. It's definitely like fire or something.
It's not Backdraft.
What's the
Nope.
one?
Rain of Fire.
What's the one with Joaquin Phoenix? Is it that one?
Ring of Fire.
Walk the line.
Fire in the
No.
Sky?
I thought he's in like a fire where he plays a fireman.
Joker
Dante's
2.
Peak. Dante's Peak.
No, we
Because
just
Ladder
fired that
49.
character, but
No.
No.
I think I'm going to have to give you
Is
a
it
hint on
indie?
this one. This is a famous gangster movie.
Oh shit.
oh,
Goodfellas.
It is Goodfellas. Well done. They're burying
When
someone. Yeah.
Is it in good? What the hell?
Yeah. I can't remember
yeah,
myself.
that's the
I just
light
saw
from
it.
the truck.
Yeah. Ah,
Oh, Princess Bride.
Princess Bride.
Oh, right. Yeah. Good, because I'd absolutely forgotten
That was
what that was.
What?
That
Two
was one
weeks
of
ago.
my favorite figures that Trevor photographed. That's how I
Oh,
think.
right.
It's, yeah,
Because I made it like 2 weeks ago and I forgot what.
that's
where
an
I took it from.
iconic scene right there.
Red Pilot Roberts.
It is inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
I've ever
I-
seen.
I-
Sad they
have
never
the
made
guy
any
in my
more
head.
figures from that.
I have the guy in my head that he was saying inconceivable. Um, all right, so get rid of this. And okay, just a quick run around here. So $999 for a Blitzway DeLorean, which we'll take a few look at some of the things it does and stuff. But just who is Eddie? I believe you were on Movie Canon. And you were saying that one of your friends wants to get this, but they have the Mark II and they're selling the Mark II, so you got an absolute deal on it. Would that be correct?
Yeah, I think I could say it.
All
I
right,
don't
go
think
on.
I cannot say it. Payne wants to upgrade his, so he's gonna sell me his DeLorean, Hot Toy
Cool.
DeLorean 2 for a good deal. So I do really want this. I think it's amazing. I love the little features. And I think if you can afford it, it's the better of the two. But for me, I just want a DeLorean. I think, like, I don't have a ton of space for 1/6 scale vehicles. But if I had any, it would be Batman Forever or this. And I could probably maybe sometime down the line get a Forever from Jazz Inc. Someone resells it or something. But this one, it's iconic. And I was saying, like, I grew up in California and I went to Universal Studios a lot, and the Back to the Future ride was one of my favorite rides. And when you got out of the ride, they used to have like a quarter scale like statue of the car that was like in this case. They always look really cool. And it was in the flying mode, so I just want the car in flying mode. So I decided, like, if I could get the car for half the price, just to the Hot Toy one is still really cool, you know. It just doesn't have the magnet features and the electric windows and all that, but it still lights up, you know, still has hover mode, all that same stuff. So that's good enough for me. So I'm gonna save some money and get that one, and you know, that's how I'm gonna do it. But I
And
think
have you
it's sick.
asked him, is his hover conversion working okay and all that? Because I know that there was issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me video and everything of him boxing
pretty
his
cool.
up, and has all the lights are good, and yeah, the wheels are good. And
Where's he based?
Atlanta, somewhere in Georgia.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Now that makes sense. So because I heard you had a really good point. You said something like that. The space that you had available for you, it's actually quite high. So if someone comes over and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, check it out, what it does," you'd have to get a stool out, get up, take the
Yeah.
hoverboard, and I think while the hoverboard, yeah, it's cool and all, I think the remote is way cooler.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like your Batmobile, how you were showing earlier. Yeah,
I don't have to look at it, but there's smoke coming out of the back of it now. You know, it's like
Yeah,
it
and I
might
don't
be on
have
fire.
a ton of people that come over to look at my collection anyway. Like my brothers come over once in a while, and they would look at it, but you know, they're not gonna. I'm not gonna have to get up on a stool and wave the magnet over it every time I want to use.
Get
the
up on a
feature.
stool and wag.
Yeah.
What is
When I go to Oxcon, I'll visit you, Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah, when I go, that was so that tone was like
Oxcon?
you're never going to
I'm
go
not-
to Oxcon.
I'm not anywhere near Texas, so
That's
we'd have to fly back to California together.
Yeah, but that will make like like my effort like way more.
It would be
I
cool
knew
to
that.
get
I
you
knew
in the
that.
States, yeah.
That'd be
Stateside.
cool.
We gotta get you
I gotta come.
stateside.
So, you're in what part are you from? You Cali, like
Yeah.
yeah, and is
California.
Calvin near you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So like you can go to like Disneyland and stuff. Yeah, California is somewhere I would like to go eventually. I've been in the States.
There's a
never
lot
been to
of-
California.
A lot of the collectors are in California. Trevor's in California, I think.
Oh, cool.
Nope, New York.
No, you're East Coast.
Oh, I thought you were in
aren't
LA, dude.
Yeah.
My bad.
So with this here, just in case anyone in the chat has been sleeping under a rock, so yeah, so there is a promotional period between it's up for pre-order now on the Blitzway site from 6 p.m. on March 20th, so it is live now until basically just before midnight on April 19th. And if you order within that time frame, there's 3 special gifts. There's the hoverboard, which is magnetic controller to do some of the fancy stuff like turn the wheels and stuff like that and open the doors and the windows. I believe it controls the 3 of them. I hope I'm right on that. A titanium license plate. It says 40 years because it's the 40th anniversary. I believe it's the 40th anniversary of the first movie. Okay, feel free to correct me on that. I'm not entirely sure. And then the out of time license plate, which is all pretty cool. It's $999. I did not see that coming. I thought this was going to be something that would be anywhere between 12 and 15. I'm hearing some of the American collectors who have, they were saying that I think in America it's free shipping. Like if you have
that's what I kept
$999
seeing.
free shipping and you don't have to pay sales tax,
Yeah.
that is an absolute no-brainer if you don't have a Mark II DeLorean or DeLorean and you were considering one. There was a time when I was considering the Mark II from Hot Toys because I just think it's, for me, when I think of iconic movie vehicles, it's the DeLorean and the 89 Batmobile. They're the 2 iconic ones. The DeLorean mightn't be one of my favorite ones. There's other things I prefer before that, but it is definitely a vehicle I think, yeah, that's movie magic right there. But as much as I like the Back to the Future trilogy, I'm not a die-hard Back to the Future trilogy fan, so I
It's an
kind of
Irish
copped
car,
myself
for
on.
God's sake.
Pardon?
It's an Irish car, for God's sake.
I know, made in Belfast, I believe. But the yeah, that's pretty damn cool as well. But I opted not to get the Hot Toys DeLorean. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit tempted on this. But it'd be funny though. It would be very much a representation of like my love of movies as opposed to my love of Back to the Future, which doesn't really make sense as I said it out
Yeah, I
loud. You
get
know.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could not but admire this. I like, and all those features, just the wheels turning on their own, the hover conversion, the lighting features, the doors opening, the electric windows. They don't have to do any of that stuff, but it is bloody cool, you know. But yeah, so I did do a bit of research on it, and they don't ship to Ireland anyway, which is weird. They have the UK, unless they don't realise that Ireland is not part of the UK.
Possible.
The
That is
fuck. Yeah, but so like, I could email them and go, hey, so to ship to Ireland, by the way, that's not the UK. Well, it could be a licensing thing. Line Rock said they could get me one, but to be honest, I know how this ends. It ends with me catching myself on going, yeah, you'd like to have Be Cool. You like them, but you don't love the movies. They're like, like when I think of like the movies I watched before in my really young years before I went into secondary school, we called high school secondary school here. Before I was 12, before I was 10 even, it was the first two Alien movies, the first two Terminator movies, the RoboCop movies, the original trilogy, some Bond movies, yada yada, Batman movies obviously. And I watched these movies, but I was never a huge Back to the Future fan or an indie fan, but I appreciate their well-made movies. Do you know?
Yep. Yeah, I have a Marty McFly, and like it's cool and all, but I feel like kind of an imposter because like I like the movies. I've rewatched the movies. I enjoy the movies, but I'm not a huge fan. I'm not big enough to get a DeLorean. Though this is tempting. This price is insane, but I just don't have a place to put it. And like you said, Shane, you got to be this kind of space, man. You got to be a fan.
But it's so bloody.
It's cool.
Like, there's so much value here.
Yeah, I know.
And as Mike,
you're almost stupid not to buy it.
Yeah, if you are a diehard Back to the Future fan and you have not got a DeLorean yet and you're waiting for him, you've just looked out. But like as Michael said, when I got the Joker 4-pack, he was like, as much as this amazing, I feel this is something you get for the love of the game. I think this vehicle, if you're not a diehard Back to the Future fan, and it's not like I don't like the movies. It's a great trilogy. It's like Hollywood classics, like, you know. This would be something you're getting almost for the love of collecting and how cool it would look. So I think I'm probably going to end up talking sense in myself and go, no, Shane, you know, not allowed. But what about the rest of you guys? Is anyone here on the panel? So Eddie has picked up the DeLorean Mark II Hot Toys on a bargain by the sounds of things. What about yourself, Trevor? Like, are you staying strong on this, or are you going to go down a slippery slope?
I swear, like, if I had more room, extra room, you know, to have stuff like that, it's like you said, it's an iconic movie piece. Like, everybody recognizes this vehicle. You know what I mean? I would have it just because for that reason alone. Like I said, I have a Marty McFly. That's my representation on the shelf. But I just don't have room for the 3 vehicles that I have in storage. So
this is a great point.
Yeah.
The manually turning it on, like, 1 second. Everything in my room when I come in, like on my phone, just lights up because I can actually program it. I realize there's an upgrade in the app. With the phone, I can just click one button and it's like it powers the smart plug, so that turns on all the lights of the Beleidens, the lights of the module cases, all the fusion reactors, all the CCFLs and Neo LED powers, the light up bases, everything. The only thing that I can't actually light up is this new feature, the Death Star wall. Do you know, I have to use a remote. No, it's a first world problem. It's just I have to click 2 things now, and it's kind of cool that you can do this, and you can program to the music and all that. So if I'm gonna rip on something that I really don't like, it's going dark side, you know. But if I like something, well, actually, no, this is quite nice. I'm gonna leave that there. But my point is, like, I can't change that, and I heard a lot of people saying with the DeLorean, they have the same thing. They'd say, Alexa, turn on the lights, but they've got to go over and manually turn on the DeLorean. It's a first world problem, but I get it. In this day and age, Hot Toys should know better. It should just light up, like, you know. And hopefully Blitzway are gonna have that fixed. And what Eddie said, though, I keep going back to that. It would be nice to have a remote that just does all that stuff that the hoverboard will do, but without having to go up to the. Like, imagine sitting there watching TV if you have this in your cinema room you're just clicking it and you just see a hover conversion. You're not going to be watching the movie. You're going to be watching the car. Open the doors, close the doors. That'd be pretty damn cool. So, what about the rest of you boys? Any interest? Bob, any interest in this? No?
That picture just makes me want to get it. And when you mentioned the price, but I think I need to see someone reviewing it first. Because the price just seems, having, as you know, bought and sold a Batmobile 22 from Jazzy, I think twice about buying another vehicle, but it looks lovely from that picture.
Yeah.
Do we have any? So, I mean, I know it's probably a different license, but I'm wondering why Blitzway isn't doing figures from Back to the Future
Yet.
Maybe yet. Maybe.
Yeah.
Love to see INART do a Marty
Yeah.
and a Doc.
Yeah. This is a fair point. I would hold on to your Hot Toys DeLoreans until you get the Blitzway in hand and make sure everything works properly. I don't want this to be an absolute shit show for collectors. It's too much of an iconic vehicle. It's a big ticket item. I don't want that. There's so many people so excited about this. I hope this delivers. But I have heard I know Jay Brother Cousins had that Blitzway arm, the Terminator 2 arm, is it? And they're supposed to move, and it broke, so he sent it back and got a replacement or bought a new one, and the same exact thing broke straight away. And other people had the same issue. I think there was an issue, from what I understand, the Ecto 1 is beautiful, but was there, I'm not sure if it's the Afterlife one or the original one, were there like the stickers wrong on the side? Like the Ghostbuster stickers, I think they were, I don't know, were they not the right sticker,
Yeah,
or
that
were
rings a
they
bell.
crooked or something?
I
Like
don't
that's
remember. I think I heard something about that, but I don't remember what the exact issue was.
like things like that shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? Even like sir, like the Jazz Inc. I have, like I'm thankful that there's no issues with the electronics or the lights or any of that stuff, or there's no scratches or dings. The canopy sits right, everything. But like one of my the covers for the machine guns, you give a magnet and it lifts them off, and one of them lifts up really easy, and the other one it sits in so flush that there's a little bit of friction and the magnet doesn't pop it up. Now I could just pop it up with my finger, like it is a first world problem, but it's still, it shouldn't happen really. Like, would I lose sleep over it? Absolutely not. If it wasn't sitting down flush, I'd be pretty damn annoyed. But like, hopefully it'll turn out as good as.
What's the date? The release date on this, or tentative?
Q4 of this year.
Wow,
But,
so this is baked. They've got this. They do well to show off. And I know they're showing off pictures. I don't know if these are shots or renders, but yeah, they do well to show off some video of this working.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope it turns out the way it's
I
advertised.
think they do. Do they on their Instagram
Do they?
page? I think shows us the.
Okay, I haven't even looked at it.
Yeah,
shows
I
the-
saw that. Yeah, but wasn't like, if you look, was it Mr.
Capacitor
Fusion?
and the-
Is it not Mr. Fusion? Is it the flux capacitor? I think there's a bit of Photoshop going on there, though, isn't it? It looks all kind of wavy. I don't think that's exactly how it's going to look.
It does look a bit wavy. Yeah.
Yeah, like if it looks like that, that's incredible. But I think there's a bit of Photoshop going on there and stuff like that. So, cost about $6, so I hope they all work for him.
Damn.
Yeah, and Ian has pre-ordered it. He's very excited about it.
Yeah, because this completely passed me by, and then I was speaking to Ian, and he said, "Oh, check out the Instagram page for it." And yeah, it was it's incredible. It really is for what you're paying for it. If it comes out as well as they're promoting it, then yeah, it's good.
It's nearly too good to be true, isn't it? But I hope
It
it's
does
true.
seem like it. Yeah.
It's
Very
a
much
crazy
so.
price for free shipping, man. I mean, even like thinking, like you were saying, Shane, like to bake that into the price, you would think it would be like $1,200 in free shipping. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you're working the shipping price into the price.
Yeah, and if you you factor that in, if you're living in a state that you don't have to pay, is it sales taxed?
Mhm.
Like if you live in, I think California, you have to pay an additional tax. Would that be right, Eddie? So if you're not in California, then $9.99, will that be the final bill then?
I think it's different. in
Yeah,
every
if it's
state.
free shipping and no tax, that's it. $9.99, man,
Different-
under $1,000.
What were you saying, Eddie?
It's different in every state, isn't it, Trevor? Or is California?
Well,
the only
taxes.
state?
If what you're saying, how are you saying you don't have to pay tax? Is there something that it's not coming through the states, so you're not ordering it through
It is. 'Cause
domestically,
you
or it
order
is
from Blitzway US.
USA? Okay, so then we do have to pay tax.
Yeah, it's just different for each state. Like my state has a
So
high.
$9.99
right. So I'm 8%, so it'll be 9. It'll be like another $80.
It
or
won't
something
even
like
be 1,100. Like,
that. No. Mm-mm.
yeah, that's yeah, that is pretty damn cool, man. Yeah, that's
Yep.
pretty damn cool. JB Velo, 2 Blitzway DeLoreans is $189 Batmobile. That is true,
Wow.
but the DeLorean is still a DeLorean, and $89 Batmobile is.
Oh
Come
damn!
on, man. That's the one that, for me, that's the one that started it all. I had this comment on my video today. It was there's no dickheads are fucking everywhere, man. It was just
Yep.
you chose this. You could have had 12 Hot Toys figures. Well, thanks for the math lesson, you prick. But I kind of explained to him why I had to divide 12 by my costs, and it worked as $173. Like, there's no figure on Sideshow at the moment that you can get for $173. So if you're going to start this argument, find the cheapest one. The cheapest one is 220. Divide 220 into 2,200, and it works out like something about like 9.6 figures. But then you have to assume that I want BT1, which I fucking don't. And then you have to assume that I want all cheap figures, which then you're ruling out artisans and you're ruling out INARTs. Don't even, let's not confuse it. So if you were to split the difference between 220, which is the lowest, cheapest figure you can get in Sideshow, and then 515, the Carnage Deluxe, it comes out around maybe 367.50 or something like that. Then you can buy about 6. But at the end of the day, if I want it, I'm going to get it. And I'll probably buy the 6 anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, it's just like you buy what you want. And that's it.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Let people buy what they want.
Anyway, I think that's a good place to end it. Do you want to promote anything? Anything coming up on your Instagrams or YouTubes? Anything you're very hyped about?
I have a Darth Maul review for the 2.0 that's probably just gone live now, actually. So you guys have got nothing to do after this. There we go.
Right.
That'll be on there.
I'm gonna watch that.
And then you're gonna pre-order order one, yeah?
You're starting to sound like Jose, man. No. No, I'm not gonna do it. All right, folks. Anyone else have anything else they want to plug? Or
I'll be in Toylanta this coming weekend if anybody's there.
Cool.
Come see me.
Is that a con or
somewhere
something?
It's a con, yeah. It's a pretty decent sized con down in Atlanta. Yeah, some like free posters and stuff. So come and see me.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
Just sorry, Stanley. No snap. There were too many Spider-Men tonight. So
Yeah.
sorry, man.
To be honest, we should have snapped. We should have snapped most of those Spider-Man and then just done an actual snap.
Yeah.
That should have been the snap. Which Spider-Man are you gonna snap?
So just before we finish up, out of all the things we discussed today, is anyone for sure getting anything, or are we a bunch of fakers? I'm getting Deadpool.
Oh yeah, Deadpool.
I'm not getting any of them.
No,
Galen Erso.
faker.
I'm a faker.
Yeah, if
Trevor
faker.
just casually slipping in there that, yeah, I'm getting 2 Galen Ersos. Right?
I hope. I don't know. Maybe I'll walk out with nothing. Who
To be
knows?
fair, if I was going to Star Wars Celebration, I would actually try and pick that up.
yeah, 100%. 100%.
Would you sell it on the sly for twice the
Well,
price?
I will. No,
Oh, 100%.
I
200%. Actually,
I'd say
I'll
there's
pay for
a
that
lot of
expensive
people,
flight
a
and
lot of
head up.
people who say, I'd say there's a lot of people who, give out about scalpers in the community who are secret scalpers, and they've got like a little eBay account where they're like, I'm just going to sell this.
I
You know?
just the only thing I'll say is, Trevor, would you say that 1/12 Batman is going to revolutionise
Oh, I'm getting that.
1/12 scale?
revolutionize. I don't know, but it's damn good. Like the fact that the one I got, which is the non-head sculpt version, is, I think, what? Let me see what they.
Yeah, the prices are insanely good.
Pop just told me. I think it's.
When you consider that Marvel Legends have just released that Spider-Man for 50 quid, I think it was.
50. This is $50, and it comes with a lot of
mad.
stuff, right? And the one with that head
That's
sculpt, which
insane.
is insane, is $70, which, like, that's better than now.
That's
That's
NECA prices.
actually no. That's from Pop Collectibles, so that's import price. Like directly from INART, I think it's a little bit less. Actually, it might be
Wow.
like 45 or something, or 40 or something. I don't know. It's nuts. I mean, it's going to revolutionize high-end import 112 figures. I think compared to like a Mafex, I like this a lot better. That's Batman. I mean, Batman, you can hide a lot of joints and stuff with this armor and stuff like that. It'll be interesting to see once they start doing like don't have armored legs and arms and things like that, how they handle that. But from what I've seen, man, everything that they're coming out with looks insane. I mean, it looks really, really good. And if they can put it at this price point, yeah. I'll be all over it for
Unbelievable.
sure. It's nice.
Sorry,
just
sorry,
ended-
Jay, I hijacked your stream then.
No, you're all right. I just ended a poll in the chat there. 36 people took the poll. Will this be the only Galen Erso we will get? Yes and no, and 75% reckon no. So the people have spoken. Yeah, that's it. Right, folks, I'm out of here. Thanks very much for people who are giving up your time. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. All that kind of jazz. It does really help us grow the channel. And yeah, sure. Look, we'll see you next week at the same time. I have a feeling the next few weeks are going to be busy. So to Eddie.
Fuck you, asshole.
Bye.